Hello, world. Jason Data, RoadBytes here. Thanks for stopping by. The last couple episodes, we were talking about Pragmatic Programmer and their take on text editors. Today, I just kind of wanted to have you guys come over to my house, take your shoes off, relax, have a snack. There's an article here that says, "Stop telling programming newbies to learn Vim." And I agree with it for the most part, because as a newbie, there's so many things to learn. The idea is, though, for me personally, I really enjoyed it. I'm not really in a hurry, and so learning Ruby on Rails, MVC, learning about programming, conditionals, and all these things, it was really tedious and academic, and learning Vim kind of made the art of programming to be a little bit more kinesthetic. Because with Vim, you instead of learning facts and figures, you're practicing keystrokes. It's kind of like learning how to type and stuff. And so because I used to play an instrument, guitar and drums, learning to use Vim made programming a bit more like, I guess, what I'm familiar with music and practicing movements and stuff. And so, that could be you. I imagine that there's other people who would find the same thing. And so my goal is to kind of maybe highlight that aspect of programming, and that it's more of an art. It's more of like a kinesthetic thing also. Today, I just wanted to go over a simple movement, and that's selecting text. Let's say I wanted to change that, and I was using my old editor. I'd actually take my mouse, I'd drag it over, select inside quote, and then press delete, and then that would change inside the quotes. But with Vim, you could just do CI quote, change inside quote, and I can now, goal was saved. So I just changed, instead of selecting and having to be very precise with the mouse, I can just efficiently type CI quote, and I can change inside the quotes. The cool thing is this is actually repeatable. So if I go over here to this quote and I press period for repeat, it just does the exact same thing. And then I'll put here not, because there was an error. Goal was not saved. And so, the cool thing is there's a logic between it. So CI, change inside quote, selects inside quotes, but then I can take that verb, change inside, and apply it to different things. So I can say change inside block. That was visual inside block, oops. Change inside block, and now I can change inside this block. Oh no, I didn't really want to change inside block. I'll do change inside this block. Move in there. Let's say I wanted to change inside this Ruby block. So I do CIR for Ruby block, CIR, and now I could change inside this Ruby block. And so I'm not having to take my mouse and select. I could just press some keystrokes and I get done the exact same thing. If I want to change this whole method, CIM, change inside method, I'm undoing it. So let's say I don't want to actually delete it, I just want to copy it. I could do visual for V for visual, and I'll do VIM, visual inside method, visual inside method. Oh no, I actually wanted the block. Escape, VIR. So I want to copy the whole class. VI capital M. No, I want to change the whole class. CI capital M. So I mean, a lot of these keystrokes changes it from being kind of labor intensive to, these key bindings can make it much more efficient because you're working on a more abstract level and selecting groups of stuff. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's just one example. Whatever text editor you use, if it's configurable, you can actually add these features to your own. But as a newbie, you might not want to think about it right away. Maybe it's something to think of down the line. Or if you think it's fun, just take some time. To be honest, I spend sometimes one day in a week just learning this stuff, but I find it really fun. And so, you know, it's just like instead of watching TV, I'll just learn to do this. Now, I followed Upcase, and they actually taught me a lot of their shortcuts, and so you know, I'm still learning it, but it's kind of cool because now that I'm learning to code, I have this in my tool belt, and so I'm just that much more efficient. But I don't know. You'll find something different. You'll find your own ways of making your life more efficient. And using the editor might not be one of them, or it might be. But either way, you know, if you're learning to code and you could use some help, go ahead. Don't hesitate to drop a line. You could reach me at jason.data@roadbytes.me. And I hope you can find that your editor makes your life easier, because why not, right? So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.